eyes emerging for the start of the second half. The Bulls ahead by 12 points to 6. Now then, the Castleford Panthers, there they are, the under-7s team. They're playing their first ever game of rugby league tonight, and let's give them a big shout out, because that's great to hear about the development of the game in West Yorkshire. Well done to the Castleford Panthers under-7s team. Game is growing in popularity at all ages.
Pretty important, Eddie, now that Castleford get really into this game as quickly as possible. They cannot afford to allow the Bradford side who controlled it, especially with the kick and chase game in that first stanza. And the Tigers really know they've got to try to get better field position in this half. They'll have been disappointed with that, will their coach Ian Millward.
Well, it's Jamie Foster who gets us underway with a high and hanging kick-off. Tansy's underneath it, almost a fumble from Millington. He just had to bring it back to his body quickly before Scruton came in on the fly with Sidlow. And it's Thompson again for the Tigers, taking the ball forward, or attempting to. They're only 12 metres away from their own line. Solid defence from Bradford in the opening 3 tackles of the second half. There was no way through then as far as Nathan Massey was concerned.
Big responsibility on the shoulders of Jordan Thompson. Remember, they're without Rangi Chase. He's suspended, and then in the opening minutes, Gareth O'Brien on loan, he was taken off injured. So Ian Millward, the coach, realises that he's hoping that Thompson can do what he did when he came off the bench in that first half to he certainly sparked the Tigers. Can he do it again in this second half?
They've certainly had no luck tonight, have they, with Gareth O'Brien on his debut. And interesting, he's not made any attempt to come out of that dugout and prepare for a return in the match since he was injured in the 3rd minute. Probably a touch of concussion. And in our discussion really in the first half about whether they have a due care and attention, the major consideration has to be the players' welfare, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I think the medics will have made the decision, Eddie.
Well, Bradford have a decision to make here. If they could have moved that then, it might have been try time. As it is, Carney's gone for one into the corner. Very well claimed by Dixon, and he goes to ground quickly as well. Let's hear from Rod Studd on the sideline. Half-time news.
Well, both coaches pretty pleased at the moment, Eddie, and Francis Cummings pretty pleased with what's happened so far in the first half. Just wants his team to keep working away. It was just that period when they conceded all those penalties and had a man sin bin, so wanting them to keep the discipline and cut down on the number of penalties. And Ian Millward just wanted to make sure that the kicking game improves for Castleford and make sure they defend the Bradford kicks a little better too. But he did make an interesting point, Ian Millward, about that incident with Gareth O'Brien when Scruton hit him late. Had it been a instant put on report, Ian Millward wouldn't have to use that as a substitution, but he has now. Back to you, Eddie.
That was a forward pass, and they've got away with it.
It was to Millington, and here's a kick for Dixon to chase. And Carney's chasing it as well, but Dixon will get there. And Kirk Dixon will score on his return to Super League underneath the sticks. And the referee has a look now as handing it upstairs. Was he onside at the kick? Can't even think about what you believe, Steve-O, was a forward pass in the build-up to this. I can only check on the onside, offside.
It's fine there. But way downfield, we said in the first half that the Tigers didn't get much rub of the green, especially with the injury early for Gareth O'Brien, but they've certainly got it on this occasion.
Fantastic start to the second half for the Castleford Tigers. This will be given. Richard Silverwood's about to press the green button. A try for Dixon. What a start for Castleford. Just what they needed. Start of this second half.
It was amazing. They were prevented from rolling forward, weren't they? They were desperately trying to gain ground. He's actually running across the field. That does look like it's flicked forward, doesn't it? Not sure the angle. The angle we're shooting from here. They're trapped in this corner. Almost a knock-on initially there from Webster. Drift across field. Luckily, one of his teammates runs for a hole, and he does it particularly well, doesn't he? When Millington then bumps off the first defender, keeps the ball alive, and then Tansy backs himself in his kicking ability. Rolling forward, sits up very nicely here now for Dixon to come through and score. And really start Castleford's dream with a perfect second half.
Well, stylish try, but there is a question mark about the pass. There's no doubt about that from our angle anyway.
Yep.
But he's kicked the extras and we're level pegging.
Well, we had a bit of controversy, didn't we, in regards to, you know, whether a touch judge should have so much power. But when the officials miss something like this, I mean, you could see the arms going forward. It was so obvious to everybody here at the crowd. They went up straight away, and yet the official has missed it.
Well, we've just witnessed the 70th try for Castleford by Kirk Dixon, and what a return for him. Missed the opening 2 rounds, ruled out for up to 6 weeks originally, but has come back, grabbed his chance here with both hands.
Yeah, we talk about the forward pass, the controversy with that, but that was some skill from Tansey with the weighted kick, and it was some skill from Dixon, who timed his run perfectly just to feel the ball as it was at the top of the bounce.
And a great example, John, in regards to the fact that you play to the whistle. A lot of the Bradford players, they thought it was such an obvious forward pass, they stopped. Ooh, didn't get the bounce there at all.
Foster. Well, they've come out of the traps very quickly in this second half. Have Castleford.
Well, that should have been a penalty. He never made any attempt to clear the ruck. Okay, Foster got up and played the ball quickly, but that's not his problem.
Lulia certainly on the front foot at the start of the second half, Castleford.
You know, that should have been a penalty.
Blythe takes it forward, and Blythe is pushed back.
He's worked hard. He's playing like an extra forward out there. He's certainly got the physique for it.
Good hands, Foster applied the brakes because he could see 3 coming across to bundle him over the sidelines and into touch. Alberson's in at dummy half.
Here's a bomb.
From Samet, it's high, it's cross field. Who wants it? Very well claimed by Justin Carney.
What a take. Talk about confidence, it's mine. Look at that, great leap.
It's a great take, but also what a great chase from the Bradford defenders, because as soon as he's claimed the ball, he's tackled, and that's one of the centre 6 gone.
It's a knock-on here against Jake Webster.
Not happy with the decision.
Now he's having a conflab with Steve Ganson.
Oh, that was stolen, wasn't it? It was Danny Addy that had the arms in there. An opportunity now then. Will the Bulls utilise one drive and then switch to the blind side?
Here's Carney. Buraki gets to him. Helped out by Darrell Clark. Heath Lestrange. Well, was Darrell Clark standing square? Was Darrell Clark standing square?
According to the man with the whistle, yes.
Yes, he was. And a big boost for Castleford. Gareth O'Brien returns. As Sidlow fires the pass to Addy. Addy then looks for the runner. The runner was Whitehead. He's hauled down by Webster, and Whitehead was looking for a penalty for a second pull. Scruton takes it forward now for Bradford. 5 metres short of the line. Heath Lestrange is waiting, gives it to Jared Samet. Ball comes in field to Sidlow. He dumps it off to Lestrange. Here is Langley. Gilmore upstairs and young Darrell Clark downstairs with a bit of help from O'Brien as well. Lestrange to Carney, stabbed towards the in-goal area. Ball has come back. He's wiped the tackle count down. Has Steve Ganson. I don't think Foster heard the call.
Foster didn't realise.
He didn't hear the call.
Not only that, you should look at the official as well.
The Bradford man injured in back play. It's Carney, but here meanwhile is Dixon down the line for Castleford.
Well, this will be a blow for the fullback, Brett Carney. If he has to leave the field, he doesn't look well.
Brilliant pick up around his ankles there by Millington. Oh, and he dumps the ball down and Samet has it. Well, they can't complete a set of 6 at the moment.
Neither side, you're right, Eddie, and it's just a little bit getting overexcited.
It's a bit scrappy, but it's exciting for all of that.
Well, it's on the edge of the seat stuff, isn't it?
Elliot Keir.
Massive improvement by the Tigers' defence in the second half.
Here goes Lestrange.
That's a good run as well. Can he get a quick play of the ball?
Great run. He took 3 back with him there to the 10-metre line, as you can see. Samet waits at dummy half. Now it's with Langley, and here is Brett Carney, and he finds Addy, who in turn finds Whitehead. They've knocked that forward. O'Brien has picked it up.
Good work by Justin Carney, the Castleford winger. Got right into the face. That's why they come up with the error.
Gilmore picked up and dumped by Matty Blythe.
Look at that by the winger. That's great stuff.
Yeah, Webster went in on that man, and then Carney followed him and really did put the skill under pressure there. So top marks for the edge defence of Castleford on the left-hand side.
Gilmore with plenty of claret running down the face. That'll have to be attended to.
And then this is a really good challenge for the Castleford side. I wouldn't be surprised if Ian Millward, their coach, spoke about this at half-time. A lot of people think that they're a one-player, one-team wonder, really. When Rangi Chase doesn't play, they can't compete, they won't win. They lost Gareth O'Brien injured as well. Here now in a tough game, there's a chance for the rest of the players to play at a higher level here now, show how good they can be.
The referee wants Lee Gilmore to have that blood taken off his face.
Well, that'll need stitches, that's for sure. It's a bit of a gaping hole. Clash of heads, perhaps, or maybe a... I think this is where it happened. Yep. He would have felt that.
Yes, on the bonds of Jamie Langley.
Got to admire him, though. He didn't pull away, did he? He continued to progress forward, Lee Gilmore, and make the tackle.
Not many soft ones play this game, John. You know that.
Well, he's only had it wiped. I didn't think it's been stemmed, the flow. But anyway, he's staying out there. That's a relieving penalty for Bradford. Craig Hubie all over the top of the man.
I think he might have been conned there, Hubie. I was riding over the top. Down to that without a saddle. Give away the penalty.
10 minutes of the second half gone, and that's Scruton on the break for Bradford. Good tackle by Tansey.
He's had a big game, you know, the prop forward Scruton, both in attack and defence.
Here goes Matty Blythe again. The run from Scruton has taken them into the 20-metre zone. Only had 2 tackles gone. And he hangs on to the ball, does Danny Addy. Samet at dummy half. It's Sidlow again. Massey first man to him. They're inching ever closer to those posts. Lestrange. Carney, little drop of the shoulder. Good tackling by Gilmore. Last one coming up.
Dink into the in goal, surely.
Samet sends it high. And well claimed by Shenton. Very well claimed. Can they force him back over the whitewash? No.
Boy, didn't he do well.
I think Michael Shenton's done a lot of very good defensive work, you know, clearing up kicks and also with his decisions on the edges. That's a fantastic take there under immense pressure, which the Bulls tend to do all the time.
And they're really piling in here with the Bradford Bulls now. That's 3 tackles gone. They've only made 5 metres progress forward. Once again, it's Oliver Holmes. Hubie. Big collision there with Scruton. Still managed to get the ball away. Webster then found Gilmore. Gilmore delays the pass. Here goes Carney down the wing. He's quick and he's big and he's strong, but he's in touch, is he? No. How did he stay in the field of play there?
Well, big fella versus little fella, that's why. It was a good effort.
O'Brien with a high hanging kick.
Touch too long.
And the referee did well then to tell Ellis to give Jamie Foster the 10 metres. He couldn't make the tackle.
That was amazing.
He wasn't going to use any evasion, was he? He just got the ball and said, I'm going to back myself and I'm just going to put the foot down.
Yeah, it was good play, you know, Gilmore playing out on that left-hand side. He's been creative, especially in the second half so far.
Elliot Keir for Bradford to halfway. 4 tackles gone though. Samet's there again, the dummy half. Langley, Scruton. They know the damage that he can do with his running, so down he goes on the last, just over halfway. Lestrange. Here comes the kick from Danny Addy. Crossfield, looking for the touchline, is he? Looking for the corner anyway, he's found that.
It is a brilliant kick.
Tansey has to run the ball forward and then passes it infield, and the chase is good.
Boy, a lot of the Tigers very slow to get back. It looks as though they could be just running out of energy.
It's been a whirlwind start to the second half from them.
It certainly has, and as you can see, there's quite a few of the Tigers just getting back over that advantage line. Solid defence. Been a good defensive effort from both outfits.
Oh, O'Brien, nice little drop of the shoulder, but he only got as far as Matty Blythe. Two Warrington men on loan at their respective clubs. Blythe for the Bulls, O'Brien for the Tigers. Blythe all season, and O'Brien for a month. Foster gets the pass away. Here's Lulia. Samet waits again, finds Brett Carney, and it's Olberson once more, trundling it forward for the Bulls.
He doesn't half lift aside when you get the winger to come back and get the ball and to make sure you get over the advantage line.
Loose pass, but Scruton managed to retain possession for his team. Here's Lestrange, Manu Kafoa now. Looking to turn and get the ball away, couldn't do so. Quick play, the ball was wanted, and that's what he produced. Lestrange, good hands, Danny Addy, Carney, great ball, Matty Blythe.
Sensational try.
Matty Blythe has moved here from Warrington, and he must be enjoying the Yorkshire air, because that's his third try in as many weeks. Matty Blythe, the Bradford Bulls.
The combination and the quick thinking from the dummy half. Heath Lestrange and then Blythe at the overlap, but the pass from Kearney. Watch this, super stuff. He knew it sucked in. Justin Carney. Kearney to Carney to offload. Sucked in. Blythe will do the rest. Brilliant try.
Yes, great try. And Matty Blythe on a season-long loan here.
Tell you what, Eddie, the skill level there was phenomenal, because it was the quick hands. All the crowd loved these long 20-yard passes, but there were 4 passes there within, it was just at the blink of an eye. That was absolutely sensational. That was a try that you'd expect in the middle of summer when everybody really got up to speed with everything. That was sensational.
It was scored by Matty Blythe, as I say. He made 18 appearances for the Wolves last year, but he missed both of their big finals.
You know, it seemed to me as though Bradford had spent 3 or 4 minutes hammering at the hinges of the door, both with their attack and the defence. They compressed Castleford, then they got that kick, and Foster returned it inside their opponent's half with some brilliant skill at the end there to put on the points. And I guess they rewarded and complimented what they'd done in defence in the middle of the field. The Tigers have got a problem because they don't seem to have enough big guns in the middle of the field to make ground and get out to their own half of the pitch.
Jamie Foster, as you see, has added the extras to Matty Blythe's try. It's 18-12.
Lestrange, super. Just a little bit slow, first and second markers to apply the pressure, and it just got the momentum going. He'll be happy. That was a classic try. Now then, can they keep their composure?
Leeds changing hands. It's gone try one way, try the other. It's 3 tries to 2 in the Bulls' favour. We've only had 56 minutes of the match. There's plenty of time for this to go one way or the other. You know, the pundits were predicting Castleford to finish bottom of the pile this year, a fate they only managed to avoid on points difference last term. The win against Leeds and this performance here tonight, it just might have 1 or 2 people revising their predictions. Do you think?
Well, if Castleford finish the bottom, Eddie, it's a good standard competition, I'll tell you.
There speaks a good ex-Castleford man.
That is a great kick. Wonderful kick. Carbon copy for what they did in that first half. And that pleases the coach, Francis Cummins, no end, I can assure you of that.
I think a lot of people will agree with you, though, John, because He's recruited quite shrewdly, hasn't he, Ian Milward? Some good signings out there.
And it looks as if they're fitting in pretty well, and he's also got a spirit and a commitment as well within them. But I think Phil's identified the main weakness. It's the go forward when they're having to clear their own end.
And Carney looks like a good signing from the NRL, Justin Carney. One of the vagaries, of course, of the English language, that we've got a Carney on one side and a Carney on the other, but the names are spelled completely differently. Here is Matty Bly, gets the ball away, and little pocket battleship, isn't he, Danny Addy?
Yeah, it's poor pass this. You can see there that Tanzik was always dropping.
Yes, Webster couldn't get a proper hand on it, so Walker will take it forward. The crowd really lifting now and getting behind the Bulls. They sense that the momentum is with them as Carney gives it to Samet, who took one high.
They'll take the two here. They should do anyway.
I'll have a bet with you, Steve-O.
Listen, John, I don't want the risk of you parting with money.
Well, you'd won it as well. I've just signalled to go.
He's never had any courage to take a bet, Steve-O, in his life. That's the trouble with him.
Listen, I could have had several bets with John Keir. There is no way in the world he pays up. He's the tightest man in rugby league.
Oh, it's harsh. Very harsh.
You keep out of this.
I know another one or two candidates.
There's one 2 seats away from me to my left.
Correct.
You know, if we just go back a minute, Castleford tried to pass the ball out wide to the left-hand side and knocked on and lost possession. Is that, John, do you think, because they recognise they can't go forward in the middle of the field, so teams tend to take the risk and just throw it wide?
I think that they decided to go round rather than throw, Phil, and obviously it's worked out as the wrong decision.
Well, it's a sensible option, especially with the quality of this kicker.
Yes, Foster. Well, you've probably hexed him now, but he is reliable with the boot. In or out, Steve-O?
In.
Side-footed. Easy. Important because it stretches the lead to 8 points. That's the largest lead we've had all night.
And while we're on about it, the person that John Keir was referring to, yes, one of our guests today is the great Brian Lockwood, the former great Castleford player, who's not often seen at the bar.
I hope you two have good lawyers, because there could be some recriminations from this conversation.
Truth hurts, said he.
Elliot Keir for the Bradford Bulls.
Well, it's chase-up time now, and that's why it's going to be difficult for them. You'll have to find that the Tigers will have to be a little bit more adventurous. They know they've got to try to get back into the game, and that's sadly where the errors can come about. Oh, that's over the top. He did well, though, didn't he?
He did, Lulia. Oh, he's lost it. Now, what happened there? How did that come backwards? Well, it didn't hit a Castleford hand, is the view of Steve Ganson.
Yeah, it was a strange thing there.
Walker thought better of the... Oh, well, it did.
Well, it went backwards.
It did go backwards. Oh, an interception from Hubie.
You know, this is amazing. We've played 20 minutes of the second half. This is the first time that Castleford have played the ball as close to the try line to get some points, Eddie. 20-minute period, and they've had absolutely no play in this part of the field. Perhaps they'll have to do the best with it, because it might be another 20 minutes before they get the chance again.
O'Brien was there. Here's Ellis. He pops it up. And Huraki tries to take it forward. He does to the 20.
It was a good intercept, wasn't it, by Craig Hubie? I'm not so sure that he intended to be there. It was lurking with intent, but got away with it.
O'Brien again.
Great chance now.
Great ball to Webster. There's O'Brien. Infielder comes again to Thompson. Bravely he takes it forward to within 5 of the line. This is the last one coming up. Clark and Hubie, and back it comes, up in the air, looking for Kirk Dixon. That was palmed. Was it backwards or forwards by the Bradford man? Play on, says the referee, because it's on the last. Hubie's heard the call. He's found Darryl Clark, and Clark clips it off the outside of the boot, and Elliot Keir picks it up. cleanly out of the air.
A great example of the winger, Elliot Keir, not getting involved, not getting too excited. There could be an opportunity for a kick, and he positioned himself superbly. Well done.
Matty Blythe.
He's had a big game, hasn't he?
He has. I must confess, slightly surprised that Warrington let him come here for the season-long loan, but they have such a plethora of talent at the Wolves, haven't they? He was knocking on the door, as I say, last year, played 18 times, missed the grand final, missed Wembley.
Well, don't forget they have Chris Bridge as well, who plays very effectively in the centre, didn't play last night, so they've got too many. Oh, here's a chance.
Tansey on the run. Gets to halfway, cleaned out by Chev Walker. John, you're right at half-time. He has been immense, Chev Walker, tonight in defence, hasn't he? And they've got a penalty, grapple tackle.
Kick it straight into the corner, don't mess around. Scruton definitely underneath the chin. Well, they can't rest on the laurels now, the home side. Castleford have got the capabilities out there.
Huraki for Castleford Tigers. Darrell Clark. And it's with O'Brien. Gilmore. Tansey wasn't waiting for that. His arms were up in the air. Managed to hang on to it somehow, though. That's only 2 gone. They've plenty left. Good ball to Huraki, but great defence from Lulia.
Yeah, picked him straight out. Good choice. Smothered him down.
Shenton gives the ball infield to Oliver Holmes. If Bradford can withstand this pressure, they will get immense confidence. Last one coming up. Back it comes to O'Brien. Up into the air off O'Brien, just behind everybody, really. Picked up by Carney and intercepted. I think that's Elliot Whitehead, isn't it? He was quick then.
Certainly was. Got himself into a good position. Francis Cummings, the Bulls coach, will be happy with the fact that the teamwork has been good. They've worked as a unit. They've spread out the workload as well.
Francis Cummings is a great believer in youth, and he's just thrown in. There he is, number 22, just in the bottom of your screen, just going out to the right-hand side. Joby Murphy, a back row forward.
Problem for Clark. The Tiger hooker, he's down.
Manakofoa stands and he uses his strength to get it away to Diskin. Diskin then finds Whitehead. Whitehead brushes off Hubie. Tries to get away from O'Brien. O'Brien does well to hang on to him. He was looking for the penalty, Whitehead. It didn't come. Here's Danny Addy again. It goes high off the boot of Addy. Oh, Dixon ended up on his backside. The ball's all over the show. And the Bulls have got a penalty.
Interference, I feel.
Bradford player was taken out.
Who? Well, it looked to me as though Lulia was the man that took somebody out. Either way, he deserves a try, this fella.
Yes, he does.
Chev Walker, he's been outstanding.
He has. And Bradford are looking to post one here. That was Murphy, I think. It was. And they get the try. It's Diskin, but he's going upstairs to the video referee.
He just thinks it might be a slight obstruction.
He's asking whether Joby Murphy, who played the ball, whether he has had an effect on the Castleford defender here.
Yeah.
Well, he's walked forward.
Yeah, that'll be wiped off, or should be wiped off.
Yeah, Craig Hubie there straight away appealing to Steve Ganson, and Murphy plays the ball, then moves off the mark forward. So I'm with you, Steve.
As well.
Yes,
and that's enough.
It should be disallowed this try,
and it will be, I'm sure. Richard Silverwood, the video referee tonight.
Well, they've looked at it twice. Has Joby Murphy moved forward? Has he taken out Craig Hubie? Is this try going to be disallowed? It is. Diskin is robbed of a try.
Yeah, not the best option from Murphy.
He must have been so pumped up though. He sat on the bench for over an hour. You'd burst in to make your debut. He's got on it was his first touch, I think, wasn't it, Eddie? Played the ball. He's so pumped up with testosterone. Pushes forward, and sadly, what would have been the killer blow here in this match, probably for the Castleford Tigers, they're still alive here now with just an 8-point deficit, 14 to go.
Well, Diskin is disappointed. He made his Leeds debut exactly 12 years ago when he was playing for the Rhinos, obviously, in a cup tie against the Castleford Tigers. And he's got a man of the match appearance in the grand final to his credit as well. Number 14, Matt Diskin.
And we've got to give credit also to the official, Steve Ganson. He saw that straight away. He thought there may have been interference, went upstairs.
And Craig Hubie may have played a part, I think.
Well, Murphy's just given a penalty away there with the flop, and I think he's learned a very harsh lesson about rugby league at this level. You've got to be emotional, you've got to be in it, but you've also got to control those emotions.
Gilmore for the Tigers, 17th Super League season, one under the scale to the other with Murphy and him. This is Shenton. That's great defence.
Yeah,
tremendous stuff.
Lulia got his shoulder right underneath him.
Hubie drops the ball. Castleford.
They got the advantage.
Committing Harry Carey, and here goes Whitehead. Stepping out of the challenges. Almost got the ball away. A zero tackle.
That's got to be a penalty, and it should be a sin bin.
Yes, he's on his way.
He's got to go. Professional foul. Well done, referee. He knows it too. He thought he might get away with it.
Justin Carney just had a second pull. Well, that was a bit of frustration, wasn't it, I think, for all that went on at the other end.
It was a shocking pass to Craig Hubie. There's nothing he can do about it. But he's a talent, this kid, isn't he? Elliot Whitehead loves nothing better than to run out wide on that right-hand side.
Well, here's a chance maybe for the Bradford Bulls to put this game to bed. Diskin did a 360, finds Brett Carney, who finds Tom Albison. And Tom Albison is able to stand and spin around, and they get another penalty.
Take the two.
But I don't see Ranky Chase asking for the sign now. This is Murphy. Oh, he's dropped it. Darryl Clark picks it up and runs 15 metres. Murphy was so close to a dream debut.
And he's just gone through about 3 minutes of a nightmare.
He's had everything, hasn't he, in his opening? Yeah, he's been on the field 5 minutes. He's done everything. And will only grow from this.
Certainly will.
Oh, now then, Haraki stripped that.
Haraki got to it.
Here's Darryl Clark.
Oh, yes.
Just a couple of yards forward, and he knows it as well, but he saw O'Brien was there.
Yeah.
Composure, that's what that needed. Great little break there. But he was going to land on his front anyway. He could have played the ball really quickly. It's made the half break. He could land on the front, play quickly. But that's never, never, never on.
The is this a word? Imposity of youth? Is that? Have I got that totally wrong? I'm not sure.
Well, don't ask
have
me.
Have you ever heard of a word like that?
I thought you were going to say the impossible dream.
That's it.
That's
impetuosity. Thanks to the Roger's thesaurus next to me, Ian Proctor, for that. Impetuosity. What do you think?
Impressed.
Here is Whitehead.
Composure now has got to be the key. Francis Cummins will get the message out to young Murphy. Just stick to the ball.
Samet gets it away to Lulia. They slid across and brought him down. Foster waits at dummy half. Here is Samet again. And Joby Murphy.
Go for the one.
Diskin is waiting, 10 metres away. It's Carney driving it in. It's Chef Walker.
Come on.
It's a penalty. How many penalties is this on the run?
They'll go for two here. And that all came about by good running, strong strength, quick play of the ball, having them on the back foot. They've gone for glory.
They have. Why wouldn't they? It's Addy. Started half a metre away from the Tigers line.
Well, the score now, Eddie, and that's the ball game.
I think they know it. I think that's why they're running it here with Walker. He's stuck is Chev Walker on 99 career tries, has been for over 12 months.
Samet is
well, they've got to be, surely, there it is, they're on a warning, there's the sign. Next penalty, someone else is in the bin. Murphy. There we go, off you go, 10 minutes.
Well, they're down to 11 men now, aren't they?
Michael, is it Ellis? It's Ellis.
Yeah. Stealing the ball.
They've got 2 in the sin bin. Bradford have a glorious opportunity now. 13's playing 11. Here's another, no, and hang on.
Not another one going. Ian Mill was saying, you've got to be kidding.
Is that the 26th penalty?
Manukafoa.
Come on, where's Walker? Let him finish.
Diskin. Denied a wee while ago. Diskin gets the ball away. There's oodles of space on that right-hand side. They can't get the ball out there.
Still going that
try
way.
now, surely. Diskin. Adi.
Oh, great tackle.
Heroic defence from Castleford, this.
Wonderful tackle by Daryl Clark.
The 11 against 13. Diskin comes back this way, throws a wild pass. Haraki's knocked it off. Carney. It's Walker.
It's a dream. He'll get this.
It's his 99th try. It's his 99th try.
You were waiting for the next big one, aren't you, Eddie? Oh, you were in the starting blocks then.
I was pulled back very quickly.
I could see the shape
He's
of the
been
wall.
waiting all year for 99 tries. I thought he was waiting for his 100th.
And fully deserved.
I nearly blew a fuse.
Yeah, they're always going to be in a problem. They had the ball and then he was stolen back again. And what an end to what has been a wonderful effort from this loose forward, Chev Walker. He's muscled up. Araki had the chance. Kearney puts it through. He will enjoy that, and he has every right. The crowd are chanting his name.
And it's his first try for nearly 2 years. He got one in a defeat at Hull in April 2011. He began the day needing 2 for 100. And Foster has added the extras. That's probably it. Bradford 26, Castleford 12, and Castleford at the moment are down to 11 men.
Well, this will be tough now, won't it? Because sometimes the final scoreline doesn't tell you how competitive a match has been, and the Tigers have worked very hard here. Out-muscled and outgunned in the middle of the field. They've done well to cling on at times, and with 2 players you see sitting watching, unable to help from the subs bench. It's going to be a tough last 6 or so minutes here now for the ones out there, especially when you've got players like Chev Walker, who seem to be in the best form for over a decade. Adapted well to playing in the forwards, making an impact, strong in defence in the first half, and effective now, and a real handful when carrying the ball.
Well, once upon a time, Chev got 4 tries for Leeds against Castleford. That was in 2004. And he also got a hat-trick against Castleford in 2006. So I suppose it was written in the stars tonight that he would actually score for the first time in 2 years. And here goes Danny Addy. Oh! Obstruction, they're saying now.
They interfered with the defenders, created a gap.
Well, where?
It's Murphy again.
Has Murphy gone across him, or?
I think he ran into the line and then stopped, and if he'd have continued through, it'd have been okay, but
Inexperience.
They looked totally bemused then, did Joby Murphy.
He'll soon learn on the review meeting on Monday with Francis Cummins.
Yeah, and I think they might just put together a little package of what he's had to go through. You live and learn. And sometimes you have to learn the hard way.
Less than 5 to go. O'Brien.
And the Tigers finish with a bit of a flourish.
Tansey bounces off Albison.
You can't blame the
sees to it,
fullback.
he's going nowhere.
You're saying, Eddie, you can't blame this fullback, Jordan Tansey. He really has tried hard. They put him under a lot of pressure. Good kicking from the Bradford Bulls tonight has ensured that Tansey's had plenty to do.
That's a kick from Tansey, cross field. Oh, now hang on. He caught that in goal and he slid onto the dead ball line.
So he's deemed to have taken the ball over.
He has. I think this is going to be a goal line dropout. Look, he catches it there, but he's there, bang.
He caught the ball in the field there, though, hadn't he, before he slid?
He's
So
diffused it.
He should have diffused it,
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, he diffused it before he went over the line.
Must have only been seconds, a millisecond.
Oh, good handle.
Well, obviously, they've had a look at it upstairs.
Yeah, both feet within the in-goal area. I'll agree with John for a change.
The difference between 99 and 100, I think, Eddie.
No, he was stuck on 99, you see. That's the thing. He's been stuck trying to get to 99 all night and all year.
And a good run
I thought
there.
it was one of the big moments of Shev's career. I was going to give it him, you know.
Yep, we knew that.
Oh, this might
beautiful
be the
offload.
game. It is the game. Brett Carney, second try for him. And Bradford have won.
Take nothing away from the ability to make the gap and to get the support play, but it is a very, very tired Castleford Tigers outfit now that are facing the Bradford outfit. They're really up for it, and when you allow so much latitude at the play the ball area, it was only a matter of time. You could see there that Diskin was strolling away, very tired, first and second markers not moving up. Pulled one out of the system, which was Oliver Holmes, and Kearney, who's had a big game as well. And you get the impression that we'll be seeing quite a lot of this fella, because he has the ability to put himself in the right position. As all good players should do, this should be easy for Mr. Foster, who's making quite a name for himself here.
Well, it was a try against the tiring 12 men, because Justin Carney's back on out of the sin bin. But Jamie Ellis is still in the bin. And Foster kept his head down and slotted over the 2 points, 32 points to 12. There he is, Jamie Ellis.
The sad thing is, Eddie, about this is that when people look at the scoreline, they'll probably say that it's been an easy walk for the Bradford Bulls. But to be fair, you know, Ian Millwood's side have really, really tried. You know, they were up against it straight away. You know, the injury to Gareth O'Brien in the opening 2 minutes didn't help their cause, and it's rather sad that they just run out of steam.
Almost a mistake, but he's played well, Brett Carney. In fact, Bradford have looked okay tonight, haven't they? Francis Cummins, after all the trial and tribulations of last year, really has patched this side up, and they're going to be a force. They were only denied the playoffs last year by the fact that the club went into administration off the field.
Yeah, that should be back to 6. He's got a knock on there. Look at bewilderment. You're kidding.
It is an interesting question, Eddie, though. Whether Bradford will play better or worse without the pressure that a lot of the players were under last year. You know,
Well, remember when the pressure was off.
was resolved,
Yeah.
actually, they didn't quite play as well.
No.
I remember them winning at Wigan when there was doubts about them getting paid. A remarkable performance. And it's impressive tonight that knowing that their futures are guaranteed and they're all going to get paid at the end of every month, they're still able to play better. You know, very, very competitive. I've been so impressed physically. They've looked strong. They have.
He's doing a good job here, young Francis Cummins. And of course, all the trials that they went through last year, it led to Mick Potter being given the Coach of the Year award.
Well, they've played well.
So he's got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, and I mentioned it earlier, Eddie, is the fact that you know, the team spirit amongst the Bulls is good. When you look at the experience of Matt Diskin, and then you can bring on Les Strange. They're two very influential players. Carney at full back, Samad.
Oh, it's a hat-trick. Hat-trick for Carney. Well, I'm with you. Castleford don't deserve a scoreline like this, but Bradford will not be worried about that after all that they've been through. And Brett Carney, he just pressed his foot onto the gas then, and away he went through the hole, and he picks up a hat-trick, taking his total for the season, as you can see, to 5.
It's all about position, and he certainly knew how to position himself there. They really are out on their feet, and this is when you do take advantage. It's a beautiful dummy, isn't it? Haraki, he was on his way to Leeds. Do believe it's that way? Yes, it is. He went that way. Carney went the other.
We've just seen the third hat-trick of this man's career. He got one for Cronulla in the NRL 6 years ago, and he's just got his second hat-trick for the Bradford Bulls. And this kick from Foster to make it 7 from 7 for him will take it to 38-12 to Bradford. That's the last action of this match. Delight for Francis Cummins. It was hard fought at times. In the end, Castleford ran out of gas. 2 men in the sin bin. You can't play this game 11 up against 13. John Wells, good win for Bradford. They look good, don't they?
Yeah, not a comfortable win though, Eddie, was it? I think the men at the end missing off the field for Castleford made all the difference. We'll start with some enterprising stuff from Cass, but an appalling miss from the officials, it has to be said. Hint of a knock-on here in the build-up from Webster. Carney are back on the inside. This pass, so forward, it wasn't funny, but you can't blame the Cass players. You must credit them, only playing what's in front of them. Carney, Millington, and then Tansey when he gets hold of the ball in particular, or Dixon, who scores the eventual try. They're playing the whistle, and Tansey in particular there with that cute kick forward, playing what was in front of him. 12-all as Dixon dots down under the post. Nick Scruton then with a lovely little piece of footwork to take him clean through the line and deep into Cass territory again. But once again, the final piece of decision-making from the Bulls was off. Danny Eddy here simply has to hit Jared Samet and the 2 men outside him. Clear 3-on-2, not taken. But Bradford did re-establish a 6-point lead through Matty Blythe. Credit here to Heath Lestrange. I'm going to show you Gareth O'Brien's late retreat. Heath Lestrange spots it, plays right at him, knowing that there'll be no talk there, little time to number up. Gets the result too. Lovely hands in the build-up from Kearney, 18-12. A penalty from the boot of Foster extended that lead to 20 points to 12, a lead that was hungrily defended at the other end of the field as Cass enjoyed rare possession in the Bulls' 20. Lullier first there, well-timed stop on the left-hand flank, and then Elliot Whitehead on the right-hand side using the grey matter to put himself in the perfect position to snuff out that from the Tigers. Excuse me. And then Chev Walker with a very decisive hit on Shenton. Great game tonight, Chev Walker, particularly in defence. And Chev Walker finally ended the game as a contest with a killer score on 72 minutes. Cast down to 11, 2 in the bin, so don't read too much into that defence there from Castleford. Chev Walker, incidentally, voted player's choice by his opposition in the opening 2 rounds of Super League, so some great form shown early on in Super League 18 there from Chev Walker. Late Carney double took him out to a hat-trick and the score to a rather flattering 38 points to 12. So 2 points to the Bulls. What about the player, the best player on the pitch then? The Heinz big man of the match is talking to Rod Studd. Who is it, Rod?
Chev Walker is the man of the match. Well done, Chev. Well played. A very patient and professional performance from Bradford, I thought. What did you make of it?
Yeah, definitely. After last week, we got off to a poor start, and Franny just asked for us to get off to a good start this week and right the wrongs that we did last week. So I think we did that there.
You ground them down in the end. I know you had a 2-man advantage, but it was a question of just building the pressure all the way through. It was solid kind of stuff from Bradford.
That's it. We have to be patient. We got ourselves out of a little bit of trouble at times and got ourselves into trouble, but we stuck together, stuck to the plan, and we came through.
A try for you. We made that 99. I think you might think it might have been 100.
99, 100. I'll take any.
You'll get to 100 eventually.
I'll take any. But yeah, it's one of those. It's always good to get the tries, but it's about the performance. And luckily, my little summer here today for the first time. So
look, we know you had some shocking times with injury. Remember that horrific incident over at Headingley. It's great to see you playing so well. Are you really enjoying your rugby at the moment?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Injuries are injuries, and the part and parcel of the game. But just trying to put that behind me and crack on and just enjoy what I'm doing.
Well done. That's 2 wins out of 3 for Bradford this season. You're the man of the match as well. Where will you send your charity money for us, Chev?
I'll send that to the Heart Research UK.
Well done, well played. Thanks, Chev.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes, very well played. He is on the threshold of 100 career tries. I wish it would have been tonight. It would have been one for his show reel when he hangs up his boots. But anyway, he's off to see the family, and he's off also to celebrate with his colleagues. The victory, hard earned, but a victory all the same.